know, Marvel and or DC have impacted us in some way. Whether it was an old comic, a cartoon, or even the latest movie, we react in some way. Historically, white versus black was popular. For instance, Justice League, a children's cartoon where Joker was pure evil and Superman was pure good. To explain this, I've brought in a clip.
For an example of a flawed paragon, let's look at cartoon-era Superman again. Supes is a lot of things, hero being the most obvious, but he's not perfect. In fact, his biggest flaw is an inability to trust other people to do things right. See, Superman is the most powerful hero on Earth, and he knows it. This awareness manifests in positive and negative ways. On the positive side of things, he has this tendency to fling himself in the way of stuff that could seriously hurt his squishier teammates or the world at large, because he's very aware of how fragile everything is. But on the negative side of things, he kind of puts himself in charge of everything because he believes on some level that he can take care of everything. See, Superman never internalized the idea that he might not be able to do everything on his own. Even Batman is more of a team player than he is. Unfortunately, this becomes dangerous when he disagrees with the League, because whenever that happens, he does things his way anyway. Superman doesn't really respect anybody as an equal, and as a result, he's pretty quick to drop the team player thing when he thinks he could do a better job himself. This is mostly visible when Lex Luthor is involved, since Superman is pretty quick to assume Lex is up to no good, and even though he's always right, Lex is very good at playing him and making him look like a paranoid demigod holding a grudge. Superman is still unconditionally a paragon hero, but that specific character flaw makes him actually very dangerous, as seen in the popular alternate universe where he decides the right thing to do involves murdering someone and taking over the world. And as crazy as it sounds, Batman is a paragon hero. He knows right from wrong and does the right thing because it's the right thing to do. And with the extended Bat fam, it's obvious he's got the inspiring part down too. Whatever the villain is doing, they really want to do it. They are having fun with their villainy. Their motivation is basically purely selfish. Whatever they're doing, it's because they want to do it, not because it needs doing for some greater purpose or whatever. Because of this, most pure evil villains are, at heart, motivated by either desire or anger, or both. They want something, or they want to hurt someone, or, whatever. And while this might seem like a bad quality for any character to have, in practice, having dubious origins and completely selfish motivations means there's nothing standing in the way of the villain's behavior. They become this self-contained engine of destruction with no character weaknesses that might make them sympathetic or open to change. And this conveniently segues into another very important quality for these villains to have: unwavering self-confidence. These villains know exactly who they are, what they want, and why they want it. They don't deal with any questions of motive or morality, they just are. The combination of disconnected backstory, self-centered motivation, and pure undiluted ego makes the pure evil villain what amounts to a self-contained juggernaut. They can't be influenced by pleas to their backstory or who they might have been in the past. Their motive can't be undercut with logic or persuasion because it's completely personal to them, and their confidence means they won't want to change. They're basically immune to character development, and that means there's nothing standing between the villain and having fun with their villainy. You'd never interrupt the Joker with morality or tragic backstory while he's planning his next great roller coaster-themed death machine. Maleficent doesn't ponder the emotional and moral ramifications of turning into an enormous f*** dragon. She just sprouts the wings and wrecks shop because she enjoys doing it as much as we enjoy seeing it. But unwavering confidence and single-minded drive has one huge weakness. Since the character is totally inflexible, they have a tendency to break. The final unifying quality of pure evil villains is the third act breakdown.
More recently, a gray area has been involved. This lets us see the dark sides of our favorite heroes. For instance, Batman versus Superman. You see two of your favorite heroes fighting. Or even Superman Homecoming, a dad trying to provide for his family, but doing it the wrong way. Not only do comics play with good versus evil, they also deal with society issues. For instance, X-Men was inspired by civil rights movements. Comics can also play with history, which can impact a person. For instance, Captain America was literally made from history. The psychology of the characters themselves can be complicated or simple. For instance, Tony Stark, a celebrity. The comic shows another side, though. Him drowning in insecurities and alcohol, anxiety, panic attacks, and paranoia. Of course, there is that side that we know the heroes for. For instance, Superman is a paragon, as well as Batman.
Remember I told you that I have an anxiety issue?
Does this subject make you edgy?
Yeah, a little bit.
Who is your favorite Marvel or DC character?
Batman.
Why?
I don't know.
You have to know why. Why is he your favorite?
Because, like, even though he doesn't have actual superpowers, he still, like, finds it, like, his duty or whatever to save and protect people.
And what do you think how did you feel about him when you were a kid?
I hated him.
Why?
Because he had a really deep voice. Seriously.
Okay. So, what do you think that he's taught you over the years?
I don't know. I haven't, like, watched any Marvel movies in a long time.
It's not Marvel, it's DC.
Whatever. What's the difference? What?
I mean, there's a big difference there, but okay. So, like, what do you think he's taught you? Whether you watched him more recently or not?
That even if you don't have, like, the ability to do something like other people do, like Superman or whatever, that you could still try.
A+, my dude. How do you feel about superheroes?
Like, I don't have anything against them or anything, or people who do like them, but like I just like grew out of it like a pretty long time ago.
So, were you into them, and how much were you into them?
I was like really into them. Like, I watched all these movies about them, and like I really believed in them. Like, so it was weird.
Okay, who was your favorite?
He was Batman.
Why?
I don't know. I just thought he was so cool.
So, why did you grow out of it?
Like, I guess I just got older, and like it just seemed like, I guess, like silly to me.